It wasn't an algorithm. You need to understand that first. The images and sounds you were shown, the cryptic numbers that appeared in your recommendations, that was a signal, a tuning fork resonating with something already inside of you. You were chosen because you are one of the few who senses that the reality we see is just a fraction of the whole story, a beautiful, hypnotic, but fragmented echo. For months, you've been collecting those echoes, feeling their power without understanding the source. Consider this video the first translation of that source. This is not another theory or a guess. This is the blueprint, the very architecture of the philosophy you've been subconsciously drawn to. What you are about to see is the key that elevates you from a mere spectator of the mystery to an active participant in its unfolding. The puzzle pieces are in your hands. Now, let's begin to assemble them. Let's talk about the triangle, about the simplest, most powerful, and most deceptive shape in the universe. It's the bare minimum needed to define a space, but it's also the first deception. Because the secret isn't in the 3 points of the triangle, it's in the empty space between them. That's where the real action happens. Think of it as a knot where everything converges and everything begins. 3 points, 3 forces, 3 perspectives locked in an eternal dance, never quite meeting but defining each other completely. Each depends on the other 2 to maintain its position, its meaning. Take one away, and the whole structure collapses into a flat line, a tired, predictable duality. But with 3? 3 is where it gets interesting. The 3 create tension, an invisible force field that shapes everything we see and everything we are. And there we are, always there, hanging from one of those vertices, swaying between attraction and repulsion, between identity and dissolution.
Every triad is a stage. But don't expect fixed roles or clear scripts. It's more like a dance in the dark where the performers silently swap masks. One moment someone leads, another obeys, and a third simply watches. But these roles are never permanent. We see this pattern everywhere. Father, mother, child, thesis, antithesis, synthesis, sun, moon, earth. These archetypes are ancient whispers telling us the same truth. Meaning isn't born from stability, but from tension. And yet, here lies the paradox. This very tension that creates is also what destroys. 3 poles generate a field, not static, not linear, but pulsing. We feel the motion, but the source remains a ghost. It's the echo of a cause we never witnessed, like watching water ripple, never having seen the stone. And maybe that's the most brilliant part of the illusion. We're not even supposed to know what's moving us. A triad only looks stable. In reality, it thrives on imbalance. There's no such thing as perfect equilibrium. Just a constant, fragile negotiation of forces all vying for the center. And what's at the center? A magnetic void, the invisible, beating heart of the relationship. Take any human dynamic, love, power, knowledge, dig deep enough and you'll find the hidden triangle. The third element, the one you don't see, is always there, destabilizing the apparent bond between 2. The lover in the shadows, the unspoken idea, the buried intention. And where do we fit in? We might think we're safe at one of the vertices, solid and defined. That's a lovely illusion. But there's always a third point we aren't seeing, a web of forces pulling and pushing us in ways that we don't even realize. Strange, isn't it? How such a simple shape can hold so many snares. But it's the simplicity that deceives. 3 points, 3 lines, and already we're caught in an invisible web. The universe seems to love this structure. We see it everywhere, from physics to human relationships, from molecules to mythologies. Always 3: creator, creature, creation. Or perhaps victim, executioner, witness. The names change, the dynamic remains, but here emerges the haunting thought: who pulls the strings? Because if every triad is a field of forces, if every triangle shapes reality and perception, then who or what assigns the roles? You'd like to think the answer is simple, but it's not. Here lies the supreme irony. The triangle, a symbol of harmony and stability, is also the engine of perpetual conflict. No triad exists without friction, and the closer the vertices draw, the more the system implodes upon itself. Like in relationships, get too close to someone and you risk fusion or destruction. Keep too much distance and the bond weakens. It's a delicate game, a balance never fully achieved, and yet we can't stop trying. Perhaps because we seek meaning in imperfection. Or maybe, deep down, the triangle is such an elegant trap that no one truly wants to escape it. There is a moment, brief, imperceptible, when the lines of the triangle seem to vibrate like taut strings over a void. In that moment, everything becomes clear. You see the web, feel the forces, recognize the invisible ties anchoring you, and then it's gone. All that's left is the cold, clean geometry, 3 points and the void between them. And we, of course, are left wondering if any of it was real. But maybe we're asking the wrong question. Maybe the triangle isn't a symbol to be deciphered or a message to be understood. Maybe it's just a cosmic joke. And we're the punchline. Now, smile. See you in the next episode.